Imagine hearing it in the dead of night. A single gunshot echoes through the sprawling halls of the Winchester Mansion, bouncing off the walls of the rooms long abandoned. You freeze. It couldn't be real, yet the smell of gunpowder lingers in the air. You swear you can feel the chilling presence of a spirit. Angry, restless, seeking justice for the lives cut short by the very weapon that built this house. You rush down one of the countless winding hallways, but no matter where you turn, the doors lead to nowhere. The stairs to ceilings, the walls closing in on you. In the Winchester Mystery House, the spirits of the past are said to roam, haunted by the violence of their deaths, trapped in a maze built to confuse the dead. But the only thing more terrifying than hearing the spirits is knowing you may never escape. Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House. What up, everybody? Welcome back to this episode. I'm talking about the Winchester Mystery House today. But before we get into it, just kind of want to thank you guys for checking out the content and for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it a lot. So let's get into it. Let's get into the story here. The history and the background. The story begins in 1886 when Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester rifle fortune, purchased a small, unfinished farmhouse in San Jose, California. But this was no ordinary home. Legend has it that Sarah believed she was being haunted by the spirits of those killed by the famous Winchester rifle, a weapon responsible for thousands of deaths. Guided by the warnings of a medium, she began construction on what would become one of the most bizarre homes in America, building it as a labyrinth to confuse the vengeful spirits. So, what had happened is this woman lost everybody that she loved within like the span of a year, and she got really heavy into mysticism and mediums and stuff like that. And the mediums actually kind of put this idea into her head that the people killed by the Winchester repeating rifle, it was 3 different models that they said were responsible for it, but the medium said that these spirits wanted revenge, and that's why her husband and her child and her husband's father died, which like all 3 of those people died within like the span of a year or so. And it's a really tragic story for this woman. Like you kind of feel like she was taken advantage of, because like these mediums were charging her for their services. But it's tragic. Paranormal Activity. For nearly 40 years, construction never stopped. The house grew to a monstrous size with over 160 rooms, 10,000 windows, and countless hidden passageways. I think there's even like 13 elevators or something like that. It's insane. Visitors and staff have reported ghostly encounters for decades. People have heard phantom footsteps, doors slamming shut on their own, and shadowy figures lurking in endless hallways. And then there are the gunshots. They say on a quiet night you can still hear the echo of gunfire from spirits who have died at the hands of the Winchester rifle, as if they're seeking some final revenge. So those are all claims. And like I've said in past videos, you have to take claims with a grain of salt. Architecture and oddities. So the house itself is a riddle. Staircases lead to nowhere, doors open to walls, and windows overlook other rooms. Some say Sarah's obsession with the number 13 is built into the very bones of the house. 13 panes of glass, 13 stairs, 13 coat-hooks. It's as if the mansion was built to trap both the living and the dead inside. Yeah, like I said, I think there's actually like 13 elevators too, which is insane. It's pretty crazy what happened there, and it's like it was said that she paid contractors to work like 24 hours a day there, which is just absolutely nuts to me. Investigations and evidence. Over the years, paranormal investigators have come to the Winchester Mansion to search for answers. Teams from shows like Ghost Adventures have captured strange anomalies, EVP recordings, and thermal images showing figures where no one should be. But are these truly the spirits of the Winchester victims, or are we seeing what we want to believe? As a recording engineer, I can tell you that EVP recordings, though chilling, can be deceptively easy to fake. And I'll break down how. I've done this in past videos as well, where I will go into play, I'll be talking to you like this, and then all of a sudden you'll hear me split in some audio that I recorded off camera, and it sounds just like the EVP recordings or phantom voices that you see in these shows. I'm not a fan of EVP recordings in shows. I'm not a fan of voices in shows either. They're too easily faked for me to have any sort of belief in them. Like, unless I'm there in the room and hear it with my own ears, I'm not gonna believe it. Just the EVP and stuff like that, especially when they react to it on camera. To me, you're just leaving a spot exactly for your editing team to edit in noises like that. And some of the stuff is just too clear to have not been recorded outside of the investigation. It's actually pretty wild how easy that is. The Winchester Mystery House stands as a testament to fear, guilt, and the unknown. Whether it's truly haunted by the spirits or just a lingering shadow of Sarah Winchester's paranoia, one thing is certain: the mansion still holds secrets we may never uncover. What do you think? Is the Winchester Mansion haunted by the spirits of those wronged, or is it simply a house built on tragedy and obsession? So my thoughts is that, it may very well have some paranormal goings on. I don't know if it's haunted. I've never been there, but I can tell you from just armchair psychology, it seems like she was grieving and was taken advantage of, and then other stuff developed out of that. I'll say it does sound like some sort of psychosis or something like that is going on with her. Paranoia for sure, but it would be pretty wild, like all the stuff that she thought was going on because the mediums told her that was going on. And it would be easy for those people to take advantage of her anyways because of the state of mind she was in from losing everybody. That kind of tragedy can do a number on you. So I feel for her. Sorry she went through all that. I'm sure her last years were interesting, but hopefully, she's doing okay in the afterlife. But yeah, this has been Andrew. I appreciate you guys for staying around, listening to this. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Winchester Mystery House. It's certainly cool. I would like to get there and investigate it someday, but we'll see, We'll see. Yeah, thanks guys. See ya.
Steal my crown, choke me till I black out, put your hands around her. Down my heart, I'm guilty. She said, worship me. I control the air you breathe. Worship me. My forgiveness sets you free. Worship me. I control the air